Alrighty, hopefully we should be live. Hello everyone, GTA gang, how's it going? This is Reservoir Dogs. This is a GTA clone, released back in 2004, I believe. I last did the run of this at ESA Winter earlier this year, so there you go. Now we'll just say first and foremost, so there's 15 missions in this game. We play with a variety of the characters from Mr. Blue to Mr. Pink, Mr. White, Mr. Orange, Mr. Blonde, and so on. Now, there isn't much to explain in terms of the game. The game follows the film, except obviously the game can do more than what the film doesn't do. The music's got to be muted in this game for the simple fact that it's all copyrighted. Not that it's probably hadn't stopped anybody from listening to it, because it's pretty decent. But yeah, we'll get kind of straight into it. A lot of this is kind of just like run and gun, so do apologise if I don't say like too much on it. So we're doing this on the easy difficulty. So if we're ready on time, I'll give you a countdown from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So, first chapter. So this is Mr. Blue. Now, I will quickly say as well, for the record, that the way this game works is it has a in-game timer. Loveless. That's it. That's the one I'm thinking of. So it starts off, the way that Reservoir Dogs is, for those that haven't seen it, I'll just quickly run by it. So basically it's about a bank heist, or jewellery heist that's gone wrong. Basically the cops show up, as you can see, and the whole point of the film is to find out who squealed on the cops. Turns out you've got a rat in the maze, or a rat in the gang, and nobody knows who it is. We'll get this at the end. So this is at the start. Now, this isn't the only time we'll actually see one of the main characters. So we're playing as Mr. Blue here. We're going to be coming back to this sequence with Mr. Blonde a little later on. But you'll see how some of the missions connect into it as well. So as soon as this level starts, these two cops should run through this door, which they do. You can run straight past them. Literally, it's pretty good. You can also blow people's heads off as well. So we're going to shoot a lot of these. There we go. Now, the funny thing is, so the cops are going to jump in here. Like this. And what we're going to do now is we're going to wait here. We'll wait in this corner. For some reason, don't ask me why, but for some reason, by staying in this corner, the cops can shoot you, but you can't. I mean, I probably will get hit. But for some reason, there's like an invisible force field here that sits here. Now, I may get shot. There might be a few bullets that do reach me. So it's not exactly a force field. So I always got the 30-second warning. Basically, this is a timed mission. So you can't progress any further until the SWAT guys come in when they burst in through the front door. Once the SWAT guys burst in, you can blow them away and get out. And that's the end of the first level. The next mission is a race where you drive from A to B. Again, not too much. But yeah, so basically this follows the film, except the thing is with the film is, for those that haven't seen it, there we go. So for those that haven't seen the film before, there we go. Yeah, there we go. And I'm just going to run straight through, and that's the end of the first mission. Now the thing is, these in-game cutscenes and things like this, they unfortunately, but you can't really do anything about it. So. Also, so the way that this game works is you have a meter. So on one side it says professional, on the other side it says psychopath or psycho. And you have, depending on how many people you kill and how professional you are, it's a bit of a weird one. I think it's like, is it what? Hitman. So we're going to have our first driving segment, which isn't too much, it's point A to point B. So this, I suppose this gives me a little time to actually like talk a little bit more about the game. So we're racing Mr. Blue, who's in the green car there. Now, these guys will tell a story as we're driving, so I'll try and explain a little bit as they're telling a story. I don't know which one they're going to tell. This should be interesting. It tells you about using the handbrake, but don't worry about it. But yeah, so, Reservoir Dogs. For those who haven't seen it, film came out back in 1992, released with some interesting actors, including Michael Madsen. We also had a young Steve Buscemi in there. Chris Penn, who I believe is the son of Sean Penn, those who know who that actor is. We also have Tim Roth as well, who's been quite popular. He was in, obviously, Pulp Fiction. And I should probably mention that this was one of Quentin... I think this was Quentin Tarantino's first film. So pretty sure a lot of people know who Quentin Tarantino is. If you don't, then would highly recommend checking out some of the films that he's done. So the way that Reservoir Dogs works, I'll quickly mention this, is that you have a meter at the end. You can see that it's trying to explain stuff on screen, but here's the thing. If you kill a lot of people and basically act like a villain, you get the psycho meter. You lean towards the psycho meter. As it says, cause excessive damage at high speed is the mark of a psycho. Now, if you drive pretty good, you get the professional mark. In the other missions, the idea is to kill as little amount of hostages as possible. And also, what you want to be doing is you want to make sure that you're taking people hostage. If you take people hostage and don't get them killed, that also allows you to get more of the professional rating. Now, the reason why I talk about this thing is because this game has 3 different endings. Now, we're going to get the regular ending, but there's 3 endings. There's like a neutral ending where you're not psycho nor professional. There's one where if you've killed a load of people and been rated a total psycho, then obviously you get the psycho ending, and you get a professional ending if you beat missions professional. Here's the thing. That meter is always active, non-stop. So it's not like, oh, okay, if you beat this game from start to finish the first time round, if you beat everything on psycho, then you'll have a psycho ending. You get everything in, you know, you get everything in professional, that'll be a professional ending, as you can see there. But if you beat the game at various times, like I say with this as well, then yeah, basically that meter keeps going up and down. So it honestly, you can get like a psycho ending on a couple of playthroughs. So yeah. So we're on to the 3rd chapter. So this is Mr. Pink. Now, again, we're going to run past most people here. So this cop will start shooting at us, hopefully misses, which he does. So we're going to quickly shoot up here. We're hopefully going to get this guy, which we do. And I can hopefully get... There we go. Nice. So we have to shoot that there. We're going to run through here, like so. And again, and like I said, it's more of a run and gun than anything else. This copy, you can shoot him. But here's an interesting thing. So, basically, the way that this game works, for some reason, is it's to do with... dude, could you move? Dude! Okay, right. I'm sorry, but he was in my way, so he kind of deserved that. I'm going to get some health here. I normally don't do that, but depending on who you shoot in terms of police and things like that will depend on who shows up. So this cop here is going to shoot me now, guessing. Yep, and he's not going to do a very good job at shooting me. Oh, he got a bullet in. Any more? No, he didn't. Okay, cool. So this one I have to be very careful about. So the shotgun that this guy's got is pretty OP. There we go. So we're going to run past this guy here. Hopefully don't get shot. No, I'm not. That's fine. But yeah, so depending on which police you seem to shoot will depend on like a pattern that forms. Now, I'll be honest, every time I play this game, the pattern's random. It doesn't seem to be the same one. For the most part, you get a similar pattern, but it's not to say you'll get the same pattern every time. Also, for the sake of things as well. So there should be a... There we go. So the shotgun is very OP. I mean, you wouldn't expect anything less, would you? It's a shotgun. So, one thing that we do try to do is we do try to get the dual pistols also. Some music here. This bit is always going to be a thing here. Also, this cop's got bigger problems right now. Like a shotgun to the face, unfortunately. Now, there are going to be enemies here that we're going to shoot. Some people you can just shoot to keep them out of the way. Speed things up a bit. Also, it says guard dogs, but I don't think there is any. Again, as I was saying, for the most part, you don't have to worry too much. And then, yeah, and that should be it. That's it. It's the end of Chapter 3. Like I said, for the most part, these in-game cutscenes, by the way, we don't know how to skip these yet. This is also the reason why we have an in-game load thing. But one thing that's quite interesting, that also does happen in the film, by the way. I was going to mention that real quick. But, yeah, for the most part, the in-game cutscenes count towards in-game time. The way that the game is actually done is the RTA takes a back seat in this, so it's all down to in-game time more than RTA. Why that's the thing I don't know, but yeah. Also, this is Mr. White, who is played by Harvey Keitel, I believe it is. For those who know who he is, in my opinion, one of my favourites of the lot. Oh, for those wondering, why the code names? So the reason for the code names, there's a meeting like right at the start of the film, and they're on about like, you know, they're on about like the guy who's running it is a guy called Joe. I forget what he's called, Joe something. But the guy who's running it, he knows what he wants. Also interesting, he didn't die. It's interesting. Okay, cool. I didn't get 4 bullets, but never mind. Yeah, so this Joe guy, by the way, so he's, there we go, nice. Nice, okay, we got 4 bullets, that's good. Joe's, this guy called, I forgot what his last name is, but he's basically running the show here. Also, if you don't kill this guy on the left first, he hides immediately. There's a guy at the top here, which as soon as we can start shooting him, we are going to. I'm also going to grab this guy's shotgun, because why the hell not? And again, sometimes the cops show up at the bottom here. Joe Swanson, I don't have a clue who it is. It's Joe something or other. But either way, also, he just happened to be in my way, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, so he's running it, and he basically says, you know, like, here's your code names and things like that. To which point, everybody's like, you know, they're all like, it was PD business, isn't now. Also, I'm going to quickly shoot this guy if I can get him. Yes, I can. That's good. Nice. Should be pretty good. But yeah, he gives like a load of code names to people. So it's like you've got Mr. White, Mr. Orange, Mr. Blue, Mr. Brown, Mr. Pink. Who am I missing? And Mr. Blonde. The worst thing is, Mr. Blonde doesn't actually have blonde hair. So, yeah. And then there's nice guy Eddie, who's played by... What's he called? Not Sean Penn. What's he called? The other guy. Forget the guy's name. Yeah. Also, that is the end of Mr. White with his chapter. We then move on to Mr. Orange, who, obviously, you can see there. He's actually been shot. And what's going to happen is we're going to have to get him now to the safe house. Now, believe it or not, most of these missions in Reservoir Dogs are relatively straightforward. As you can see, they're just like run and gun, or you can run past most of them. A lot of the parts in the film are in the game, but albeit they're not as, you know, they're a bit more interactive because, you know, video games, yeah, and all that cool stuff. So normally in the film, you just see the part where Mr. Orange is in the black. If I can speak, Mr. Orange is in the back bleeding out. You see this in the film, but in the game, he's in the back bleeding whilst you drive. Also, you'll notice as well with the cars is that we have a boost bar. Now, for some of these particular things that I'm doing, you'll notice that I'm slowing down for the ramps and things like that. There's a reason for that. It's just because of the fact of, oops, hello. There we go. Ideally, didn't mean to flip over there, but anyway. Yeah, so you see how we've got a blue bar that's flashing there on the right hand side. Whenever the nitrous is full and it flashes blue, that basically means you can use it for a quick burst of speed. And this obviously allows us to reach top speed faster, and yeah, there you go. Also, prepared to a lot of Mr. Orange bleeding out. So this is where it turns into typical run at 100, well, say drive at 120 miles an hour. So there's a lot of back alleys and things that we're going to have to drive through now. Unfortunately, though, a helicopter shows up, and what we have to do is have to make sure that we don't jump too fast. Otherwise, there you go, like that. That bit in particular, oh god, hello. He probably exploded. Also, here's another thing. Health for cars doesn't last too long. That's another thing. So if you end up having a lot, then yeah, you know, unfortunately cars just end up blowing up that easy. So yay. Something which I think they probably did rip it off GTA, but then again, I don't remember cars driving and blowing. Sorry, not blowing up that fast. So there you go. Finally got into the safe house or warehouse or whatever the hell it was. Also, Mr. White, like, oh, what did I get myself into? Right, so the first mission that you'll probably end up screwing up on is this one. So this is Mr. Blonde. He's in a shopping mall. Now, Mr. Blonde's played by the great Michael Madsen. He's still alive, don't worry. I think he's still going in the acting world. But yeah, he's played by Michael Madsen. And in this character, his character is a bit of a psychopath. And yeah, the mission's pretty difficult, so you have to be a psycho. More than anything else. So we're going to shoot this cop up here. Take his gun. There should be another copper here, which there is. There we go. I don't know if there's a cop round here. I don't think there is. No, there isn't. So we're just going to run past all these civilians like this. Even though there's two things. There's actually two cops in the toilets next to us, but you can just run past them. As I was saying, you can just run past like half the things that are in here. And there I can go. Also, there's a cutscene here where if you click reload, because the game stays in-game, you can have the reload animation start just before you get that cutscene. And that basically means that you've got like a load of stuff. Also, I think I got him. There we go, nice. The AI's tried to shoot me but missed. Did I get a cop? Yes, I did. Okay. Too bad so far. Also, I will just say, so when I first did a run of this, I wasn't sure what to make of it. I was like, this game seems pretty difficult, but honestly, for anyone here, I'm pretty sure if you like GTA, then you may like this. Oh god. He spawned, okay. He's making a move. He's in the blue stand across the street, punch it. No! Oh crap, they both disappeared. That's not good. Okay. I think may have got away with this. Yep, I think we did. Maybe. So basically what's gonna happen... Oh, this guy's here. Maybe not. So basically, you're supposed to shoot that there, and then... No, we haven't got any. Okay, that's interesting. It's also really good. So there's going to be some SWAT guys at the other side of... This is another thing. Sometimes they appear, sometimes they don't. There we go. So the whole point of this one is we're going to have to make sure we're fully loaded. So this is the part that will kill you if you're not careful. So this is on the PS2. Sorry, this is on the PS2, but it was also available on the original Xbox as well. There we go. Nice. I actually didn't do too bad there. I thought I was going to die, but it's not. He's moving. Nice. And then should be two cops downstairs, which you've heard that. By that, I mean I've just blown their heads off. But anyway, it might be two cops. No, they're not. So usually there's two cops at the bottom of the stairs, but if they're not there, then they're there. So how the hell did he manage to kill me? That's interesting. There we go. Man down. Looks like you picked the wrong job. There we go. And that is the end of that one. Just like that. Yeah, so this game was available back in 2004, I think it was. It was released on PC, original Xbox. I think it did come out on the PS2 as well. So yeah, make of that what you will. Also nice glitchy textures there, because the PC version is not... It seems like it's a buggy game. Believe me, it's not too bad. The game's as bad as the film is. The film's supposed to be bad for a Tarantino film, but honestly, I don't mind it too much. can be a bit complicated, although it's not as complicated as Inception. Is there any other game based on a Tarantino movie? Not that I know of. Pulp Fiction. I don't think Pulp Fiction got one. Reservoir Dogs got one in. So this was around the time of that era of games and films where I think everybody remembers it, where any film that could be made into a video game was made. Yeah, so like Scarface and things like that. Although Scarface was decent. This, on the other hand, was less so. It's not to say it was terrible. It's quite a fun little speed game, to be honest. Ah, yes. So, the Reservoir Dogs game... Well, that was close. The Reservoir Dogs game that people are thinking of, I think it's called Bloody Days or something. It wasn't actually based off the film. It was just based off the Reservoir Dogs name, which was a bit crap. I can't remember exactly what that game's like, but there you go. I think, to be honest, in terms of films that Tarantino has done that have been turned into a video game, I think Reservoir Dogs is the only one he's done. Because I'm pretty sure one of the ones that he did that definitely didn't get turned into a video game was probably Pulp Fiction. Reservoir Dogs obviously did. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was too new, so I suppose that didn't. Also, yeah, this is a fun time. So I'm way out of the red here, but for some reason the game seems to think that he's apparently going to get out like I'm going too slow. For some reason the speed that they put you at doesn't register too well. Don't know why. Also, yeah, if you're supposed to go this way, don't go straight on there because it'll take you longer. Also, thanks for that, cop. Yeah, this is another thing as well. So, if it's not obvious already, the driving mechanics are pretty naff. But, don't let that put you off the fact that the game's actually fun as a speed game. Like, the film's not too bad, the game's not great. But as a speed game, it's not too bad. It's actually decent. Also, that was pretty close to PB, so either my driving was really bad in PB or I just didn't get that lucky. Yeah, Kill Bill would be a good idea for a video game, I do agree with that one. Although then again, that would probably be like... I forget who directed The Warriors? Who directed The Warriors? Who was that? That wasn't Tarantino, was it? Because there was a video game of that. So, yeah. I think, to be honest, Kill Bill would probably be like... Sounds stupid to say. It probably would be like... what's it called? I don't know, like a samurai sort of game, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, so The Warriors was a film out in the 70s, I think it was. And then Rockstar Warriors was based off the film, yeah. Death Proof would be good, yeah. What other films is there that could be good? I like how this has just turned into me talking to chat room. Is this allowed? Also, I want double pistols, so I'm going to have them. That guy's going to sound the alarm. We need a machine gun as well. Which, luckily, one of these cops is carrying. So, I think it's this cop here. Is it him? Yeah, it's him. He should have a machine gun. Yes, he does. Neat. Ow. Now, is he going to come running towards me? No, he's not. Okay, cool. Stuff. Yeah, so, for the most part, this is actually not, like I said, I think most people probably, being honest, so the way that I got on with this game, or how I found out about it, was the fact of, so, what was it? It was something like, is he still alive? Yeah, it's goddamn. I thought you were alive, but yes, you are. Oh crap, there's two cops that spawned. I didn't think you guys would show up, but here we go. Yeah, so what was it? The, I picked this game up like 10 years ago for my original Xbox. Because like I said, this game did come out on the original Xbox.
This is my chance.
But as the years went on, I was like, I think it was this level I actually couldn't get past, but I didn't have a clue how to do it. And then I'm part of a community called Blind Runners, and they did a blind run of this game, and yeah, that might be a bit too late. I got past them. Nice. Yeah, you can run through the smoke there if you're lucky. You time it well enough, you can just run right past them. There we go. Nice. Keep running. This cop should now start running at me because he's probably spotted me by now. Is he not? Dude. My guy. You could have spotted me from half a mile away, but no. Anyway. So these two coppers here, they will try and shoot me. Now whether they get some good shots, I don't know. No. Okay, they got 2 good shots on me, but that's it. That's fine. Yeah, so for those that don't know me, by the way, I've probably not even introduced myself properly. So yeah, so I'm usually known as just Viper, but I normally do racing games and things. Rather than shoot-em-ups like this. The reason I got into this game in the first place was because of the fact that there's a, like I said before, like I started saying before, there's a community called Blind Runners that had this game on. So for those that don't know what Blind Runners is, so Blind Runners is a little community that basically votes on a game every week, and they turn around and they go, you know, like, this is what we want to do. Nice. This is the game that we're going to speedrun this week, and you go into it quite blind, and that's it. There really isn't much else to say other than that. It's just you go in completely blind. Also, that's the end of that level, by the way. So yeah, you go in completely blind, and you basically finish it as fast as you can without knowing any of the strats. And with this game, I think it took me about an hour and... something like an hour and a half to finish it, originally. Since then, I managed to get a PB, I think, of about... yeah, about 48.5 minutes is my PB at the moment. So, I think my estimate's like 55 or something that I set for this, so it should be pretty good. Also, this is like a Checkpoint Charlie race for 3 minutes, so... yeah. If anyone wants to ask any questions about this, I'll try my best to answer them. Because this is literally like... I have to admit, the driving bits, which there is actually a fair bit of, are the most boring bits. Normally, I wouldn't be complaining about the driving bits, but... in this, they actually are just like a... what you call it? They're literally just a time filler. For no reason other than, hey, we don't have a clue what to do with our missions, so let's, you know, we don't have a clue what to do with our missions, so we're just going to, you know. Okay. Nice. Oh. Nice, that was actually pretty slick. Pretty slick. Nice. We've got to go through 3 checkpoints as well. That's something. Right, so... oh yeah, I've got a few questions to be fair. It has cars, right? Yes, it does. Well, I mean, I'm driving one, so there you go. Who's Mr. Pink? So Mr. Pink is Riggy. No, it's a running gag. If you didn't see ESA, I asked a couple of the guys behind me to be the characters, and consider that Riggy was wearing a pink hoodie, he ended up just being Mr. Pink. So yeah, fun times. So nice. That seemed like a right decision going that way. Sweet. Okay, not too bad. Yeah, pretty much, yeah, he casually references himself. Right, okay. Ooh, hello. There we go. There we go. Nice. Also, we do have a few more questions, so I can answer them if I can. Does this game have an open world, like, mode or open world game mode? It doesn't, no. So... aside from the obvious... oh, so this is something that I didn't even mention the ESA wrong. Oh my god. It's so bad I am at remembering stuff. So, because I've only done the any percent, there is intel or artifacts or something, I think it's called. Like these folders that you can pick up in the game. So to get 100%, you need to beat every level. I think you might... I don't think it matters whether you finish it with a professional or a psycho ending. But 100% completion is basically all the levels and all these information folders that you collect. I think it unlocks concept art because I don't think there's anything else you can unlock in this game other than that. So there's that. So nice. I've not actually had a really bad accident in that one before. Never mind. I digress. Hopefully I can... Oh god. Hopefully I can get past these guys. Also... So... Oh, there we go. Also, yeah, it does say wrong way if you go the wrong way, so that's neat. So hopefully I can get to the end, and there we go. You only have to get to the red zone, it's fine. So what is the most difficult part of the run, if there is any? To be honest, I'm just going to say all of it, but I make it look easy. No. So there are several difficult points. So in Mr. Blonde at the end that you saw before, where I ran straight across that, like the shopping centre at the end and had to kill them guys. The SWAT guys there can kill you. Same with Mr. Pink. The SWAT guys bursting through that door. You can get there. I'd probably say in this bit as well, you can easily get shot. There's a lot of points where you can die if you're not careful. So, yeah, it's just literally about running and either hoping that the AI can't shoot or knowing where to run. So, for example, the AI is going to start shooting me here. And there's a cop here that's got a submachine gun. There we go. So this guy says he's going to shoot me apparently, but he doesn't. So there's this part here where you've got to shoot. Yeah, you've got to shoot all these guys here. There we go. Nice. That actually gets you down further as well by doing that. So there's two guys and a SWAT officer here. These two guys. There we go. There we go. Nice. Got through. So these two guys have got shotguns here. And you can run straight across here, like so. Easy does it. Nice. I'm going to kill this guy here because this guy is a pain. I choose to run this way here between the containers because a guy runs out of here now. I should do. Oh, he didn't? Okay. Yeah, that's it. AI, move me. Never mind. Okay, I guess the AI just didn't care. That's interesting. Again, for the most part, you just run. It's not too much. Yeah, once you pass that bit, that's the hardest bit done at this level. You'll just run to the end here. There's some shotgun, some bomb or something like that. Also, you'll notice in a second, or not long after, that, yeah. Some of these missions are pretty silly. Like this one, for example. So, in this mission, you'll see it regards to previous missions. So, remember, that was Mr. White. Mr. White buggers off because we've just done his drive like 5 minutes ago. Or 3 minutes ago. And yeah, so now you're seeing this from the other side. So what happens with Mr. Pink? So Mr. Pink is going to have these two cops on his tail. Now what we need to do is we need to stay ahead of Mr. Pink if we can. Now he won't stay behind us for long, so we do need to, like, at this point here, he will be trying to, if he can anyway. He's like saying, he wants us to help him out. You'll notice there's two cops here. So the two cops that are behind us, they're going to stay on us for the most part. We're going to try and keep them all the way to the end if we can. Now, there's no guarantee that we are actually going to do that. Also, so this is another thing as well. This particular one here, We're actually going to try and make sure that... there we go. Oh, dear. Hello. Yep, this is going well, I guess. Nice. So normally, I don't lose him here. He loses me. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we've got another cop coming. That's fine. Oh, nice. That was pretty quick. Yeah, so, allow me to explain a little bit more about what was actually supposed to happen here. Is you're supposed to have 2 cops on you the whole time. And as you race away from him, one of the cops loses health. So he should get another. He should pick up another cop. I'm hoping he picks up a second cop. Might do. I'm hoping he does. If he doesn't, then this should be interesting. Yeah, okay, so he's picked up a second cop who may explode. But basically what I want to do is want to keep both of these cops alive till a certain point. When you get near the end, you want to explode them both. You want to blow them both up. Now, for the sake of things here, I'm actually going to drive around. Also, we're going to forget the fact that Mr. Pink's car is completely covered in crap. And yeah, there we go. So I'll just quickly do this. Just drive through here like this. So you can see there that there is one of the cops is already about to explode. When he starts to flash like that, it means he's going to explode. So we want to make sure that he doesn't explode until we need him to. The other cop's on half health, so that's pretty decent. So he will hopefully rubber band and catch up, I'm hoping. Anyway. So what we want to do here is we're going to wait about here for him. And he should hopefully appear. And I don't know how good his health is going to be, so we'll find out. So that's one of the... That is one of them. I might have to... There we go. There we go. So I'm not sure if we get another one from here. That was also pretty... Nice, thanks Mr. Pink. Wow, okay. He's blown me up. Well, he tried to. Okay. That's interesting, he's never done that before. These are literally... That's never happened before. Yeah, so the idea of this is you want no cops at the end of this level whatsoever. Bit like an old driver mission, actually. That's fine. Also, that is the end of the mission. If you have cops at the end, then what ends up happening is the cops follow you all the way. And yeah, that's it. Also, Eddie is apparently a really crap driver. So, hence the reason with this. So now we get to play as Nice Guy Eddie. Now, Nice Guy Eddie has a Desert Eagle, so we're going to be killing a few cops and things like that. I'll be honest, most of the people you do kill in this are police, because they're all trying to stop you. Bear in mind, you robbed a jewelry store and everything like that, so yeah. But, yeah. There you go. So we now got to look for Mr. White, which is quite easy, to be honest. Especially if you know where you're going. Now, we've not got many bullets in Nice Guy Eddie's gun. Now, there should be... There's 2 guys here. So, the guys... Yeah, there should... I was going to say, I think there's usually a police woman there. Oh, hello. No? Okay, yeah. That's interesting. That's interesting. She's... I say she. They've never appeared from there, to be fair. Also, our gun being one shot, one kill. I think there's a cop round here with a machine gun. Yes, there is. I want that. Thank you very much. Good stuff. Oh.
Target is making a move.
So there's a SWAT guy in here. I think he's going to be looking right at us in a minute. Yeah. One shot, one kill. Good stuff. I'm actually gobsmacked about that. There we go. Need to shoot that gate to open it. There should be a load of cops here. Now, I've got one shot, one bullet. And it's going to be for one of these cops. That one. Well, plus a few more, apparently. No, I'm actually going to be honest there. This bit's a bit difficult here. Just need to make sure I've got a shotgun. There we go. Yeah, nice. So the shotgun's pretty OP. We're going to be using this when we get out here in a minute. There's a cop round the... There we go. There we go. Stuff. I'll make sure we've got full ammo, because getting out of this is where it gets tricky now. Should be... Might be a cop or two here. Yeah, there is. Oh my god. Holy crap. Okay, I think that was the closest I've ever been to death. And then we get this in-game time cutscene. In-game cutscene. That was pretty clutch, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so basically at the end there, them SWAT guys, for some reason, in the last God knows how many runs I've done, they keep showing up, and I do not know why. And as you saw, I had the slivers to mouth. I should have actually died there, but I didn't, so yeah. That's interesting. So, what we now got to do is, you remember the last time we saw Mr. Blonde? He was in the shopping mall, wasn't he? Yeah, well now you're going to find out how we got there in the first place. So, this is how Mr. Blonde got there. And again, remember the start of the game? Yeah. So this is what happened to Mr. Blonde once, yeah, Mr. Blue and everything, once they all buggered off to start escaping. This is what happened to Mr. Blonde. So he somehow managed to get in the bank vault, kill a cop, and yeah. So, that policewoman walks in, we walk out, these two SWAT guys come in. The guy that's coming towards us straight away, we need to kill him and get his shotgun as fast as possible. There we go. Okay, I'm going to get his shotgun, hopefully. Yes, I am. Nice. That's good stuff. These cops will be fine. We should be okay. So we're going to run through here like this. I used to run around this cop, but you can actually just run through here like this. It's completely fine. There's another cop round the corner here, which, there you go. And now, what we want to make sure we do is we get through here without getting shot. Now, this is the bit where I kept dying there. Because of the fact of, I kept getting killed there. Now, I got killed there in my ESA run, so... There we go. Nice. Didn't get killed this time, that's good. Happy days. So yeah, so we're going to just run to the shopping mall from here. We're going to pick up another gun. There we go. Let's see. Nice. These cops here are going to be... Aren't going to be a pain, it's fine. Also, yeah, that's my dog, sorry. There we go. I think there's another cop round here, no? Apologies for the dog. So yeah, so you want to aim at the door there, so that opens that door across the way. Now what I'll do... I'll go get some health on the way past, because I believe... I'm not mistaken.
I don't care if you're the chief of...
There we go.
Oh, crap.
Kill that cop there. There's another one here. Now you can actually get a good shot in if you're lucky. So these cops on the other side here are going to try and kill me. There we go. And that's the end of that chapter. Now we've got about a 5-minute mission here. This is going to sound bad. We're driving across the entire map to get away from the police. Now this takes quite a fair bit. That's followed up with a 1.5 minute worth of shootout, and then that's the end of the game pretty much. So there's not really too much to explain other than the obvious. So yeah, this is about it's about 5 minutes altogether. So you remember before we had the part where they were in the back. Also, Mr. Brown apparently gets shot, but it's actually Mr. Orange that gets shot. And you're apparently driving as Mr. Brown, so yeah, make of that what you will. There'll be various points where you'll get blood on the screen because of the fact that obviously you've got a couple of things as well. And also Mr. Brown is apparently going to tell you a few of his stories, I believe, as well. Also, was this full game... was the full game full... Sorry, was the game full price on release? Yeah, definitely. 100%. I think in the Metacritic scores and all the rest of it, I think it got a score of like... So, nice. I've not had that happen before, but that's actually quite satisfying when that happens. I think it got a Metacritic score of like in the 40s. I want to say like 42 or something. Which, being honest, after seeing it for yourself, could you blame Metacritic for being harsh?
So there was this time I was driving down the interstate.
There we go.
Okay, it was Interstate 10. All right, Brown, you lost him.
When Mr. White's not saying anything.
No, wait. No, it was Interstate 5. You know what? It doesn't matter. I was driving down the interstate. Okay, traffic in my lane. This place is crawling with cops. Okay, traffic in my lane
Yeah.
is really fucking crawling. So I passed the traffic on the left, but the fucking road ahead is under construction. I pull back in and realize why the traffic's moving so slow. Because I'm behind a fucking hearse. Yeah, it's a funeral for a goddamn mafia boss. I cut into a motherfucking mafia funeral procession. Man, that was some unlucky shit. There's cops right on the tail.
Yeah, that's a story and a half. Why the traffic's going so slow, and then you find out, wait a minute, it's the mafia. That's why.
There are cruisers everywhere.
Yeah, so with the police in this one, the police are fucking relentless. And being honest, you can use boost around these corners here if you so desire. The other thing as well is that you'll probably keep losing the police and then gaining them again. Why? I do not know, but yeah. As you can see. Like, I keep losing the cops and then get them again. Also, do you remember where we were before, where we was going through, what's it called? We was going through like a golf course or something. Yep, we're in this one too. Yeah. So normally there is copyrighted music playing during these driving segments, but like I said, due to me not wanting to get copyright police involved and all that good stuff, we've not got any copyrighted music. But for those that are familiar with the song "Stuck in the Middle with You," yeah, Joker's to what is it? Clowns to the left of me, Joker's to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. This was where it. No, it wasn't where it came from, but if you wondered why it got popular, that's why. So nice, 360 for the kids. Why not? Yeah, I'm pretty sure people are aware of that. Also, the song that got used in this film, I should mention like two things real quick. So, the music that was used, or the main song, which was George Baker's selection, Little Green Bag, was the fact that when Quentin Tarantino made this film, he was going to use, I forget what the other song was, he was going to use something else for like the main song for the game. The film, sorry. And what ended up happening was he ended up going with George Baker's selection's Little Green Bag. If you haven't heard it, it's like the main title card theme song for Reservoir Dogs. Also, it's fine. I'm not getting busted. It's fine. But yeah, originally that song, the one that was used as its final theme, wasn't the original song that was picked. The reason why they went with this one was because Tarantino was like, oh, I want someone who's not as popular, someone who isn't, you know, someone who isn't well known and things like that. So that was the reason why he went for that one. The other thing was that I think the something like the film had a budget of like $100,000 or $50,000, and then when Harvey Keitel came on board, he had to ask the studios for a higher raise on the budget, and it went from like $100,000 to like 1.5 million because Harvey Keitel was involved. And apparently, as an actor, he was extremely expensive to get involved in the what's it called? involved in the film. So yeah, the more you know. Yeah, also that is the driver mission done and dusted. Mr. Brown is now dead. And we find out as well, during... this is the part where I can actually explain, is that Mr. Orange, aka Tim Roth's character, spoilers ahead, what happens is, yeah, he's the rat all along. He was working for the cops, and unfortunately, this is the whole reason you're in the shit to begin with. Anyway, time is coming up at the end of this mission, so I'll be ready on time. It's about 40 seconds away, providing I can get this well. So, this is called Dead as Dillinger. Also, that wasn't too bad. Hopefully... Yep. Hopefully I can get this without getting shot too much. There we go. Fingers crossed. So I'm hoping I can get this. So I'm going to run around this side of the... So there's 2 cops, or there was. There should be some SWAT guys there. Here we go. I'm going to get full health here, but it's probably not going to stop me. There we go. Nice. There's not a cop there. And... time. That's it. That is the game over and done with. As I said, you need to... You need to run and gun for the most part, but yeah, Mr. Blue, he gets shot, unfortunately. He wanted to go out in a dramatic ending. But yeah, so that is Reservoir Dogs. Like I said, so that's like the actual bar where you can see that it's got the psychopath professional. You get a ending movie depending on which side of the spectrum you're at. So if you're full psychopath or full professional, you get one. If you're in the middle, it's like not far between either side. Then you don't get one of these. Also, there is an ending cutscene. The in-game cutscenes, by the way, are pretty bad. I'm just going to say that for the most part. They try to replicate what the ending was like. Also, depending on what ending movie you get, will depend on what gets shown here on the left-hand side. Yeah, would highly recommend, for those that haven't tried this game yet or have never seen it up until now, would highly recommend getting hold of it and giving it a try. It's easy to pick up, and I'm not joking, I don't mean that in the sense of speedrunning purposes. It's easy to get hold of because thanks my abandonware, but also the fact that, yeah, overall, the strats aren't too bad. There is barely any, there's barely any sort of like glitches or anything like that. The only thing I will say apart from the first level is in Mr. White's mission, his first mission. There's a part where you can clip through the truck and it saves about 20 seconds. Instead of running around the out bit, you can clip through the thing. And as you can see, Mr. Pink is shot and he gets arrested. Soup Steak is currently the world record holder at a 41:23 RTA-wise. Sorry, that's in-game time. So like I said, this game's not measured in RTA, it's measured in game time. There is a load remover if you choose to run it. Originally, that was for the Russian version of the game, but they have got the load remover working with the English version. Speaking of English versions and stuff like that, I think just going to quickly just mention, if you want to find me over on Twitch, I'm there at ViperUK. You can find me over on Twitter, if you so wish to do so. Obviously, Discord, which is just Viper Racing. And yeah, for the most part, I do racing games, but every now and again I speedrun something like this. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you to GTAMarathon for having me. And yeah, I'll pass it back over to intermission, I guess. Yeah, cheers.